I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the Mahoning County Commissioners meeting. This is number 6. It is Thursday, February 13th. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. At 10:02 a.m. Everybody remember it. Okay, with that being said, we will have public comments. Your name and address for the record. Mr. Young.
Thank you, Board. My name is Michael Young. I live out in Berlin Center. Hurricane Helene, hurricane that went through North Carolina in September. I've made 7 trips down there, 2 with relief efforts, 5 times hauling hay down there. I've hauled over 60,000 pounds of hay down there. Next Saturday evening, February 22nd, I'm having a hurricane relief benefit dinner at A La Carte Catering in Canfield. Several of the folks here are already coming. Commissioners, a couple of those are coming. Everybody is welcome. I got an MC, Dan Rivers is going to MC. I got live music. Kelly Pavlik's going to be there. So if you'd like to come, just see me. It's on Facebook. But next Saturday at 5 o'clock at A La Carte Catering in Canfield, I'd love to see you. The public's welcome to come. Thank you.
Mike.
Yes, ma'am. They're $30 a person, $50 a couple. 100% is going to about 5 different 501c3 organizations. So,
just donations.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Mike, you do a lot with Samaritan's Purse. That's how you got hooked up.
Yes, I've went there with them, and one other time I went with a friend of mine that I met down there. He lives in Pennsylvania. We built a couple of animal shelters, and the 5 other trips I've hauled hay down. And I'm going down. My next trip is April 8th. No, I'm sorry, March 8th. I'm going down with my 8th trip, and our church is going down in April, which will be my 9th trip down.
And you do take time away from your business to do this.
I've taken a lot of time away, and I don't regret 1 minute of it.
People need help. We appreciate everybody.
They need our help down there. Thank you so much
I
for
really
the
think
time.
we should do, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Very noble what Mike Young does. He's a businessman and family man, and he takes time out to go help others in need of stress. I admire him personally.
Checks out.
You may come out to me. Some folks that want to deduct the money, they make it out to the 501c3s themselves, or you make it out to me and I will be distributing those monies.
I don't need it.
But thank you for the kind comments.
Next, public comments. All righty. All right, with that being said, we'll move on and I'll ask for a motion. Carol.
Motion for the approval of previous minutes board meeting number 5, Thursday, February 6th, 2025. And approval of bills.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes, journal entry.
Motion for the approval of journal entry number 1.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes, agreements. A through L, and we'll begin with the engineer, would be P. Rick.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
A is an agreement with PSI Western Star for repairs to our vehicle number 67. B is a modification number 1 with Thomas Boak and Associates for services to the 4 Mile Road Bridge Replacement Project in the amount of $1,455. C is an agreement with Copeland Consulting for 2025 routine bridge inspections on 288 county bridges in the amount of $74,500. These are all non-general.
Thank you. And facilities. Al. Morning.
B is an agreement with Marone Mechanical for sanitary vacuum piping alterations at the Justice Center in the amount of $10,900.
Thank you, sir. And JJC,
Good morning, Commissioners. E is an agreement with Trumbull County for mutual aid in the event of a disaster or emergency at no cost to the county. And F is an agreement with Operation Keepsake for a competitive reclaim film project in the amount of $50,000 non-general fund.
Thank you, Alan. And G and H led.
Good morning, Commissioners. G and H are both chip rehabs under our chip program for rehab, and both properties will be brought up to code.
Next, Danny Martin.
Yes, good morning.
I know that voice anywhere, man. Can't see you.
It's a good radio voice.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, probate court.
I'm going to answer for
Thank
that.
you.
Good morning, everyone. This is an agreement with Compass Family and Community Services. It's for case management services, an amount of $36,000. It's a non-general fund expenditure.
Thank you, sir. And last, JKL Sanitary Joe.
Good morning. J is an agreement with SET for emergency manhole repairs at multiple locations in an estimated amount of $23,645. K is an agreement with Meridian Healthcare for drug testing services for 2 years in the estimated amount of $6,000 of non-general. And L is an agreement with APO Hora for emergency repairs to DAF in well discharge line in the disaster area of Borman wastewater treatment plant, and that's an estimated amount of $3,500 non-general.
Thank you, Jill. Motion.
Motion for the approval of number 2, agreements A through L.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes, change orders A and B. Led, Dan.
Good morning again. This is a change order for an elevated lead level child on Youngstown Salem Road, and that's for some extra lead hazard control activities.
Okay, thank you. And Sanitary Jill.
This is for extra work order number 2 for APO Hora. This is at our Campbell wastewater treatment plant for grit removal system. And it's improvement number 522 in the estimated or in the amount of $49,570 of non-general.
Okay.
Motion for the approval of number 3, change orders A and B.
Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati, Commissioner Trafficante.
It's resolutions, number 1.
Motion for the approval of resolutions number 1 additions.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes. Record of bids 2A, engineers. Rick.
Yes. A is our 2024 OPWC Road and Bridge Safety Upgrade Program and the 2025 Sales Tax Resurfacing.
Very much needed. Motion.
Motion for the approval of record of bids A.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes, resolutions, letters A through G. We'll begin with letter A. O and B, Jennifer.
Yeah, good morning. This is a resolution to direct the expenditure of opioid settlement funds to Meridian in the amount of $100,000.
And letter B, Ralph Leach.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's my pleasure to promote my offer the service of Josh too. Josh is the Executive Vice President of Premier Bank. He's the Regional President. I ran into Josh through our community stuff. He's on the board of Economic Development, right away at Youngstown and Mahoning Valley. Volunteers with Youngstown Community Food Bank, Habitat for Humanity, and Rescue Mission. And junior achievement. I don't know, he does in his spare time. He's a very active young man, and I think it'd be a real great addition for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Engineers.
This is a resolution approving the agreement with CTO Engineering for construction administration and inspection services for a Walker Mill Road Bridge Replacement Project and the amount of $197,110.
Thank you, Rick. And facilities, Alan.
Commissioners, D is a resolution to approve basically a name change on a company, and they're gonna accept the same terms and conditions under the name.
Thanks, Alan. And grants management, Anna?
Good morning, Commissioners. This is a resolution authorizing the contribution of $25,000 from the general fund to Ohio Farm Bureau for activities related to agriculture and education.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dan?
Good morning again. This is a resolution approving some extra funding from the city of Youngstown. So we could do some rehab work on Mahoning Avenue outside the realm of the hazard control.
And recycling, Blue Vega.
Good morning, Commissioners. Item G is a resolution approving designation agreement with Apex Environmental LLC. This allows us to collect disposal fees on waste generated in Mahoning County, but dispose of outside of our county. This will be the first of about 13 more coming up this year as we are renewing the contracts with all the landfills as part of our plan update.
Great. Thank you, Lou. Motion?
Motion for the approval of number 3 resolutions A through G.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati, Commissioner Chafficanty.
Yes. Good order. The elected officials or department head response. That's a good thing.
I get to look for Valentine's.
Yeah.
Send her your
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Auditor.
Before we get out of here.
Wait, we mentioned Andy and you stood right up.
Hey, God, you got boxes. That's my diabetes. Anyway, the auditor's office has released that Pivot Point. It's our new public facing app. And it's really powerful, it's really neat. If you go up and look for your property purchase now, you have to go to the new auditor site, and it's very flexible, very informative. I talked about it a few weeks ago, and it's active out there now. With the tax bills out, we're able to show everyone's tax bill out there, and the pie chart for every individual property, like how much you're going to every subdivision, school, park, everything. So it's really nice. So please take a look at that, and it costs the same as the fuel system. So it's neutral for it, cost neutral. So take a look. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, we all want to see how much you pay.
Yeah, your deduction line on there, we're only taking it off.
We're gonna take that 57% the city's getting. Bring that back to the state.
Okay, I don't want to get on my soapbox about that. Ralph's here. Everybody called me, I said, God, I'm gonna get on my property tax. Sorry, Mike, we just had a conversation about that.
I think you should meet Ralph outside.
I'm sorry.
Meet Ralph outside.
Yeah, Ralph.
Cool friends.
Yeah, we're in that forgotten zone of Western Mahoning County. That's where we live.
Oh, never forgotten.
We're
That's a
in the
nice
forgotten
zone.
land out there.
That's a nice zone.
But since you brought it up. We'll be having a briefing probably in April on property taxes, property tax reform. It's something sponsored by the County Audit Association of Ohio. I'm the president of the Northeast District. Some of the other districts have had it already. We'll have some other auditors. I'll be presenting the county auditor's view on property tax reform. We'll invite all the trustees, commissioners, and our general assembly members, and I'll let you know. Tentatively, first Friday in April, and it'll be someplace in the Mahoning County.
Hey, Ralph, I'm putting you on the spot. I mean, do you see anything that the state legislatures are discussing now? Because they say they have a few bills out. What they're gonna work on, is any of that, or is that?
Mr. Commissioner, you have to divide it into two categories. One is show and the other is
Exactly. I wanna know what they're gonna do because.
Sometimes it's just window dressing.
Exactly.
The stuff about averaging values over 3 years and all this stuff. But we have a new weapon in the General Assembly. It's David Thomas, former county auditor. He's now a state rep up there. He's an expert in property taxes. He had a proposal last week, went out, and it has some real meaty things in it. The thing is, if they're talking about changing valuations, that doesn't mean anything. It's the policy has to. And one of those key points, well, one is the 20 mil floor for schools. We have 8 school districts getting another millions of dollars because of the 20 mil floor for schools. So we want to restructure that, maybe put an inflation adjustment on it. We want to look hard at homestead exemption and expand that, owner occupancy and expand that. And more relief for senior citizens.
So
That should be.
Yeah. So there's things out there, some of those are in David's bill, more coming. The real thing we have to look at too is exemptions. Every time you exempt a property, someone else is gonna pay more. It's even out. So we're looking at that. We would challenge everyone to look at the exemptions we're going through. If you look at city of Youngstown, we think that about a third of the properties in Youngstown are exempt because of churches, schools, universities, all these things. And this is I'm not against any of those things, but they add up after a while. So about a third or exempt about a third of the people with delinquent, a third of the people paying the taxes. You asked.
I did, and I appreciate it. I'm the source, I'm the source, that's the best.
Hey, Rob, can I make a recommendation?
You can.
We're gonna bring this person in and you're looking at like cutting the taxes. Let's bring in Elon Musk from Dose.
There you
He'll
go.
come in here with a hatchet.
There you go.
We'll cut taxes.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think they'll cut taxes.
things have to be funded. That's the problem.
He's doing amazing.
Go back pre-pandemic. Anybody who's 70 years old who have their house paid off, they should not pay a dime in property taxes. I've been saying that for years, honestly. And if you put a new roof on your house, if you remodel your house, if you put a driveway in your house, you know how much those cost. Shouldn't the taxpayers be able to do some type of rebate or deduction off of their taxes for the improvements they make on their property? So I put $100,000 in my property. I'm getting charged for improving my property. I should just let it be a slum. But then the zoning comes in and then they nail you.
Yeah.
So where does the taxpayer have an advantage? I'm not blaming you. I'm just talking in
It's
general.
policy.
Yeah, because the older I get, this starts to bother.
Exactly, all think the same way.
I
But
think
maybe I'm already.
he has a great idea. He ought to run for the legislature.
Never know.
Well.
You never know.
We won't get into what I told you.
Yeah,
You were right,
tried
Carol.
quite a times.
Well said,
I won
Mr.
that race.
Well said, Mr. Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Young.
We've all, the hard part is the older people are the ones that are getting hit with everything. And they're the ones that are on retirement, and that retirement check does not go far nowadays, as well as the healthcare. I mean, the healthcare is over the roof. I can attest to that. You have somebody sick in your family, and God forbid they have cancer, you're paying over the roof. Even though you may have hospitalization, those payments on medication are crazy. You have to pay $25,000 a month for pill. That's ridiculous. I mean, it helps, and thank God we have them, but it's over the roof. So I can imagine what happens with people that have their own Medicaid or Medicare and they can't afford the supplements. I mean, what do you choose? Live or die? You know, it's just sad. And, you know, you don't want the government to bail you out on everything, but you have to remember who built this country for people. And I can go on so far on healthcare. And prescription drugs, my God. I mean, and the other I get, it's, you see it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It's sad. I hate it when I'm gonna say, especially go after more taxes. Well, it's just a little bit more. I heard a local woman say, superintendent, just sell your house, you can't afford to sell your house. That's not fair. I'm still at an age where if I needed more money or if I had to, if my taxes went up or I needed another expense, I could go out and work more. What do you do with somebody who's retired? It's supposed to be their golden years. And they're here and they say, well, we just want a little bit more. Well, there's no more after here. There's no way to get any more. I don't think people should be forced out of their homes and worried about, Carol said, about their health care. They shouldn't worry about, what they're gonna see. it's just, it's out of hand and we have to do something. I think President Trump is getting some of that under control as far as the spending. Anything we can do in the county, do that to
Yes.
be good stewards of the county, because it is your money. Tonight, the answers aren't easy, they're not fast, but we have to take care of our residents. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. That being said. Oh, I'm happy about that. I thought you were gonna put something on my desk.
I thought in that new
I mean,
truck,
what do you think? I'm the new
that
guy.
new truck you had all those
New
lots
truck.
of candy.
And what? Hey, I donated a lot of money to
I
Mahoning
want
County
to know,
sales
he
tax.
parked, texted us yesterday.
Yeah, there's a line on there that says what the sales tax is,
Park
Carol.
9 miles away from everybody, and he didn't weigh it yet.
I'm doing my part, right? I donated to the sales tax.
All right. All right. He's
And it's an American-made car.
It is.
That's remember that.
Absolutely.
Well, it's long overdue though, since
It
yours
is
was
long
a
overdue.
2001.
2004,
It's
21 years old.
2004.
It was in good
Long
shape.
overdue.
It was in good shape, but I'm in
But
my truck
he
more.
deserves it.
I'm in my truck. more
He
every day.
deserves it.
And
Yes,
you
he
are
does.
his-
I am his best friend.
I thought you were his sister.
No, this is cousin though.
Introduce him.
Oh.
Tracy.
Hi.
Hey. Here's the video. Mike Young. Yes. Johanna. I never say your last name right, Johanna.
Or my first name is Johanna.
I know. And he laughs every time I just
know.
look at him and he.
I'm just gonna say, we practice.
All the time.
And then she said to Fabio.
I think you did probably the whole meeting.
Huh?
But I just.
I did.
And you know what? It's
you,
good to
baby.
mix it up a little bit.
Thank you.
It gets
Thank
people
you.
paying
I
attention.
Okay,
I just
thank
wanna say
you.
real quick too, I mean, people here and whoever will be listening. I appreciate you having a faith in me to have this job. And I feel honored to have it, and I do, and I come to work every day and I wanna do the right thing, and I do. And get along great with my colleagues, and we really are working to make a better Mahoning Valley.
That's what we want.
That's what we're here to do, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Very nice. All right, well, happy Valentine's Day.
That
What
was
is our
a quick
next
one.
meeting? Nancy?
Next Thursday, right?
Okay, 10 o'clock.
Or it's 10 o'clock.
All right,
Yes.
motion.
Same time. Same moment.
Motion. Second. Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
No, it's not.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
That's my name.
Commissioner Traffic.
Yes. Thank you.